Erin, say hello.
Good morning. It is the Todd and Erin morning stream here on GetPartDaily.com. It is Friday the 13th. We were going to do something epic like a video where we broke mirrors and walked under ladders and crossed the path of black cats, but we couldn't find any of those things.
So instead we're just going to do our show.
Which is almost about as bad luck as it gets,
Which is tragic.
It's really more of a curse for you, but thank you.
I like this position like this. This
really
is nice.
Feel casual, kind of more relaxed.
Erin's wearing my shirt. Friday the 13th strikes again.
Yeah, I managed to pour something right down my shirt as I came into work. I don't have a drinking problem.
And there's something about a woman in a man's dress shirt.
What is that? A woman in a man's dress shirt?
Talk later.
Oh, okay. All right, lots of really cool stuff today.
Wait. I want to go see the morning cam.
Oh, okay. The Morning Mountain Cam, of course, is brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. In electric, plumbing, heating, and air, and it's pitch black, but
we're going to need
be light soon.
Night vision.
Pretty soon, right?
We need some night vision.
I know. Or have somebody run up and down the golf course with a flashlight.
We don't have that kind of money.
Too big a budget.
All right, 4-story tease. What do you got?
Okay, first of all,
4 things you must know.
Cool Snapchat center. We could have Snapchat here in Utah County.
Cosmo, the dancing cougar at BYU.
I had no idea that guy was so freaking adorable.
He's the only one winning at BYU.
Okay, get this, Mark Ruffalo.
See, 1 in 5. See what I mean? It's a football thing. Sorry. I even feel bad for you, BYU.
All right, let's just move on to the first story. I think you're just getting carried away again.
This can't be true.
No, this is cool. Snapchat is looking into a new Utah office. They want to do it down in Lehi, which, as you know, is being called mini Silicon Valley because they have so much really high-end computer stuff there. It's called Snap Incorporated. That's the one that's behind it.
Is there enough stuff with Snapchat that it's going to be around a long time? Because they're talking about putting in a fairly large center.
They just got bought by Facebook. They have all the money in the world.
But
money is tipping over in the office and annoying them because the $1,000 bills keep spilling on their desk and they have to keep pushing them off.
Is that what happens when you have a lot of money? You start doing like that?
Mm-hmm.
My question
you want to get it out of your way.
And I think you're adorable when you put the little ears on yourself and the little nose and stuff. Is that basically all that Snapchat is?
It's the millennials' way of communicating. It's the instant.
Like a little beaver?
Why the beaver?
They have pictures, faces you can put on yourself.
Oh, like the little cute teeth, and you can morph your face.
Yeah, like that. Mm-hmm. Which goes along with my tick impression. This is my beaver.
Okay, we're done here. In any case, it's pretty interesting. The founder of this is only 27. He started this. Evan Spiegel started it when he was 21. But anyway, it's incalculable amounts of money, and apparently we're on the short list between two other places.
So he started Snapchat before he could legally drink?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or vote?
Bingo.
Or you can vote when you're 18.
And now he probably owns states that he could just run by himself.
What point are we at with this looking at the place?
Well, it's pretty interesting. They're really media shy, so they didn't even want to talk to any of the news outlets. They're like, how did you know we were looking? So they were all paranoid. But what they're saying is that right now they're talking to the investor. There's an investor who's going to build a massive building for them. And so they're kind of explaining why they want Utah County and Lehi.
Which is?
Well, yeah, it's mini Silicon Valley. It's got spectacular connections.
Right.
The real estate is much, much, much less expensive here.
Trainable workforce.
Yeah, and highly educated workforce.
And also a destination where people would want to move to because the mountains, the recreation, the national state parks.
We kind of have it over like Des Moines.
We got everything.
Which is one of the other choices.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we're getting this one.
No, we can't say that.
I think we could.
Who was the other one just looking at us? Google? Who was that?
I thought it was Facebook.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Everybody likes us. Now just come here and give us
Always
jobs.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Give us jobs, please.
All right.
High-paying ones.
Poor dog.
Poor Putin. Okay, can you show this video, guys? This
video?
picture?
What do you got?
Well, it was Vladimir Putin's birthday.
Oh, that's nice. What'd they give him?
And the Russian president received a puppy.
Oh.
This is from the ex-Soviet nation of... It's the president, and I can't even begin to pronounce your name, sir. I'm so very sorry.
He's probably poisoning his hand right now.
He's one of the. He's Eastern European.
He's
anyway, it was very funny. He named
dog.
He named the puppy Vernie for loyal, and ironically, Putin adores dogs, so it was good. But it was just how this president walked in. He marched into the stage holding this poor dog by the scruff of the neck,
Like a
he'd
cat, like a
never
kitten.
touched a dog
Like a
before.
kitten, right.
Hold it like this, and so he
Right.
was like marching across the stage, and the dog's like frozen. And Putin actually did race over and kind of like pick up the dog, like don't
Right.
do that.
So he likes.
He loves dogs.
Well, I wonder what that one's going to taste like. You know, I got to point this out
What is
since we're
wrong with
talking
you?
about animals.
What kind of a person are you? How could you make that joke?
You should know by now what kind of person I am. It's Friday. What can I say? BYU,
creepy.
and I'm not rubbing your face in it. And even I, as a Utes fan, I feel sorry for you because you're 1-5, and on the season, and but
Yeah, Mississippi's not helping anything this weekend either.
oh gosh, you guys
have
are
a feeling.
it's so hard on the coach and all the players. I feel for you. Anyway, the point being is that the Cougar, the Nansen Cougar,
The mascot.
yes,
You're talking
yes.
about Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Yes.
He has made international news. Check
He's
this out. Check this out.
adorable.
Check this out. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Does he have it or what?
Oh, he's adorable. Plus, he can take a clean punch to the face with that mask on. I mean, he's
Look
got
at-
it all.
Okay, we're
that's
going to show
actually
you
pretty
more of
good.
this coming up at the end of the show. He even did the crotch grab with the women. That was awesome.
I don't think that's what that was.
Yes, it was.
This is BYU. I don't
It
think
was a
that's what it
dance
was.
movie. Put your anyway.
I don't think that's what that was.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, so anyway, while we're talking about football, I think people can get really invested in bets. And you and I have had bets before. One of the worst ones is I lost, and I had to dress up like a clown, being violently phobic of clowns, and I had to stand on a street corner with a sign
And
waving at people.
Offer hugs.
Yeah, and
was
many people
awesome.
took me up on it.
All right, so I'm going to tell you the other
So,
story.
but
Green
this
Bay.
one seems a little excessive to me.
Yeah, Green Bay was playing, and Florida man, yeah. Green Bay was playing, and so him and his wife, they made a bet on the NFL.
This
and
was his wife that he made
Dallas
the bet with?
Cowboys and Green Bay. Now, everyone was like having a great time doing this, and the bet was whichever team lost the game, someone would have to set the team jersey on fire.
Oh, like
You've seen this before.
Like, take off the jersey, you lost, set it on fire.
Fire,
Okay,
boo
sure.
hoo.
Yeah.
There you are, naked in the backyard.
Because your jersey's burnt up.
You're burnt up. Well, that's exactly what happened, and the guy lost because Green Bay came back. So the Cowboys lost. So he takes his jersey off because he's honoring the
I'm
bet.
sure everybody's crowded out. They're going, sucker, set it on fire.
And he puts it on the ground. He lights it on fire. Then something happened. You didn't see this coming, did you? He put the jersey back on
While it's on fire.
while it's on fire.
Now, this part's going to shock you in this news report where it says, it's reported the man was highly intoxicated.
And flammable.
Extra flammable at this point.
Yeah, he had some major serious injuries, burn unit kind of stuff, and they're expected him to remain stupid the rest of his life. So that's good news.
My shirt's on fire,
I'm going to put it on.
and I'm going to put it back on.
There you go. Here, hold my beer. This is orange juice.
Why don't we just let that soak in, and we'll go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. Of course, news is brought to you by Utah Credit Approval. Bad things happen to good people, helping you on the road to good credit with just the right car. Go to utahcreditapproval.com or call them at 801-404-7201. Also brought by Columbus Travel. Columbus Travel has an epic sale on cruises through the 21st of October. You can get hotel and everything you can imagine just for less than the price you would of simple airfare. You have to talk to them first at columbusvacations.com. And also all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. 24-hour emergency service. And believe me, this is the time of year you want to make sure everything in the house is running well. Just go to allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my darling, good morning. What's going on?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello, everyone. Here's what's making headlines Friday, October 13th on GephartDaily.com. A search is being organised this weekend for missing teen Mason Smith from St George. Mason walked away from home at the age of 17 in the early morning hours of September 1st, 2015, when his parents thought he was on his way to school. Now, friends of the family, who call themselves Mason's Army, are organizing a search on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and they hope 200 people will join them. Volunteers can show up at the search locations Little Valley Elementary School or the Man o' War Bridge, both in St. George, or go to the Help Mason Smith Facebook page and contact an admin to sign up. A former Cache County Sheriff's deputy has pleaded guilty to aggravated cruelty to an animal in the heat-related death of Andy, the canine service dog he was assigned. Jason Whittier, 36, admitted leaving 8-year-old Andy in the back of his patrol truck on July 3rd at the end of a shift. When the deputy returned to his truck, which had been parked in the sun on a 94-degree day, Andy was deceased. Whittier was put on administrative leave and later lost his job. He will be sentenced November 13th and faces 0 to 180 days in jail and a fee of up to $1,000. The family of a 26-year-old Farmington woman who suffers from a degenerative brain disease is growing increasingly concerned as her disappearance reaches the 10-day mark. Gina Rochelle Reed left her home at 8 a.m. Tuesday, October 3rd. It is believed that she's using UTA buses and or front-runner trains to travel to either Ogden or Salt Lake City, officials said. She has lately been showing a fascination with homeless and Native American people. Reed does not travel with a phone or money, the news release said. She is described as Caucasian with a shaved head, 5 foot 9 inches tall and 130 pounds. She was wearing a light jacket with royal blue and black colors, and her name is embroidered on the front. Anyone with information about Reed is asked to call Farmington City Police. And now let's take a look at your weather along the Wasatch Front, where today will hit a balmy 62 degrees before dropping to 50 on Saturday. Next week's going to get back up to the 60s, and lows will be in the 30s. That's it for now. For more local headlines 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com. And Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy.
So yesterday I was talking with John from All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, and I said, how busy are you? This must be crazy. And he said, well, he's got all his crews out. They're doing a great job. And if you need, first of all, to have your thing checked out, your thing, I mean furnace, you can go ahead and give them a call. If you think to yourself, I don't think 80% is going to be strong enough, a better percentage of usage of the gas to heat my home, you might want to go to high efficiency. He has those as well. You'd be surprised how fast they can put these units in and help them pay for themselves. So if you want to get information on all this, just go to allutahplumbing.com and give them a call at 801-652-4755. You guys went to the pumpkin patch.
I actually took Zoe up to the Kuahara pumpkin patch and corn maze, and it was so fun because it was free. And you should see like the pageantry of this place.
I didn't get to go, so I'm glad I have this to watch.
Take a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the infamous, legendary Kuahara pumpkin patch and corn maze. As you can see, this is not your average pumpkin patch corn maze. Number one, everything is free. All of the events, all of the fun, all the amazing activities. And then, of course, if you're an avid collector like I am of the gourds, you will notice that there's every possible freaking kind of gourd here. Cinderella, how's it going?
Pretty well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Now, do you do another show aside from the Star Wars show, or do they just kind of kidnap you every night?
It's just that one.
How do you sit in that hoop skirt without it flying up and hitting you right in the face?
Well, it's not easy, but a princess learns.
Yeah, these are things you have to know in Princess life. That's true. So you can see that everything gets bigger and bigger as you go through the pumpkin patch and the corn maze. They've been doing this now for several years, and almost everybody I've talked to is like a return customer. They bring all their kids, they get dressed up, and because we're all obsessed with getting that one perfect holiday picture with our kids, we're gonna get it here. Oh yes, we will. And who is this adorable creature?
This is Ruby Ann.
Now, is she your first?
She is, and only.
So this is a nice thing, though. You have to get her all dressed up and do like all of the seasonal pictures, right?
Oh, we do pictures every year, yes. This is our third year here, and we absolutely love it.
Really? Has it grown each year? Because it looks so big this year.
It has, yeah. From last year, I mean, it seems like every year they're just growing bigger and bigger.
I know Alex was very funny, the owner. He says, yeah, I spent $30,000, but all of these cool things kept coming up, and I'm like, you're such a sucker. I love that.
You know what? It's such a ball, and every time she goes by, she's always saying, the pumpkins, and we can't wait to go to the pumpkin patch every year.
So what's your favorite part so far?
Oh man, just the shows, and then each individual zone, you know, you can see princesses, you can see Frankenstein, and then you come over here and you think it's over, and then you see these shows, the Star Wars and a slide and just about everything you wanted to see, so.
And we We all realize we're never getting out of here tonight because we have small children.
It's true. It's true.
Exactly.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the infamous Kurahara Corn Maze. Now, there's actually 3 different corn mazes here, and once again, admission is free. This is just part of the experience. There's the kid-friendly one where ideally nothing's going to traumatize my 6-year-old unduly. Then there's the scary one where there's a clown with a chainsaw. Clowns. It had to be clowns again. And then the best of all is the one with the dead end. So if there's someone you really, really don't like, that's the one you send them through. Is this your first time here?
Yes,
What do you think so far?
it's great. It looks great.
You know, the cool thing is it's free, and as a parent, I'm always obsessed with free. How about you?
Oh, of course. My husband is.
Look, kids are expensive, okay? Let's be honest.
Expensive. Yes.
Okay, and of course you want to know who the evil mastermind was behind all of this. And look, ladies and gentlemen, it's corn troopers. Not stormtroopers, but it's corn troopers because they're... Never mind. Alex, how are you under there? Are you under there, Alex?
Yep.
Now, how did you end up as the evil villain tonight?
I guess I'm just evil.
Yeah. Now, this, of course, is your corn maze and pumpkin patch, and this sucker is huge. I've been talking to parents who come here every year,
Uh-huh.
and you've really expanded it.
Oh yeah, we're going crazy. We have so much fun stuff. We have shows at night, free, an awesome corn maze, 3 awesome corn mazes to be exact.
I
And
know
then
we sent Bill Gephardt through the really annoying ones.
Oh no. Did he find his way out?
Not really. That's okay.
We're
though.
good. That means we're really good at our mazes.
Okay, so this is like $30,000 in the making, and I don't even want to
Oh,
guess how many man hours.
just into the show, just into our Star Wars show. That's how much we put into the show. And everything else, so much more.
Yeah.
And it's all mostly free besides the pumpkins. You know, come buy pumpkins.
You know, the nice thing though is you told me that you really wanted to do this as a thank you because I mean you work all summer with all of the farmers market, and this is kind of like your sort of end of season bash.
Oh yes, that's all what it is. We do it for fun, you know.
You know your hair is sticking straight up right now, right? You? Yes, this is our big international businessman, ladies and gentlemen.
As you can tell, I've been growing out my hair to fit the scene.
Very nice. And once again, the corn troopers. Get it? Because they're corn. Never mind. Okay, the sun is setting, so it's time for us to go. So we must bid adieu to the coolest free corn maze and pumpkin patch along the Wasatch Front. To the corn troopers, to Alex and all of his friends. Good night, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm looking at Facebook right now, and they said, what was up with Daisy's news, her update?
the soundtrack?
And they said behind there was a dog barking.
Well, sorry. This is Lucy. Lucy is our studio mascot,
Here you go.
whether she wants to be or not.
Hi, Luce.
Can you say hi, Lucy?
She was helping Daisy.
Lucy really gets to do whatever Lucy wants here,
Right.
and we kind of just go with that.
Look, the
Right.
pumpkin's bigger than the dog.
I know. That's why I love Chihuahuas. They're so precious. Hello.
Are you done?
Do you want Uncle Todd to do a story now? Yes. Well, first of all, let's say big thank you to Christopher's.
Oh, we have a winner.
Yeah, we do. Congratulations. I am so excited. You're going to have the world's most amazing time. This is Kathy Lindau. She's going to be going down to Christopher's for dinner for 4. And if you would like to win, it is really, really simple. We just have you make a comment on our Facebook page, Todd and Erin, or Gephardt Approved, or Gephardt Daily, on the show today. Like, I want to go to Christopher's.
Yeah.
And we send you there, and we give you a magnificent $150 dinner, and you just get to chill and enjoy your friends and have a nice time because we do love you. We appreciate you so much
And
for
thank
coming
you
with us and
thank you so
liking
much.
things like Lucy the dog.
All right, so
stuff.
go ahead and do that. And
Things.
we're going to come back, and the animals, maybe Lucy's one of them, are taking over the world. We'll show you pictures next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. Fink and McGregor, mortgages made simple. Make sure you go to fink-mcgregor.com and try out their 4-minute mortgage program. It's incredibly easy to find out whether you qualify. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at GephardtDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
Good morning. Welcome back. Todd and Erin, morning stream, GephardtDaily.com.
We really should have an all pet day where we all bring our pets to work.
Sure, it sounds all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Ryan, our good friend, Bountiful, up on the mountainy kind of area, sent us this photo yesterday, and this is just the beginning. Here it is, Friday the 13th.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Now, is
We
he...
have wild turkeys.
We do have lots of wild turkeys.
Wait, we really have wild turkeys in Utah?
Uh-huh.
I feel like a moron. I didn't know that. There's
All
like
across the
6
country.
There are 6 freaking wild turkeys there.
All across the country, where they weren't, they're reintroduced and they do extremely well. But we've got them up in the
did not
Uintas. We've
know
got them.
that.
Yes. So either they're planning well for Thanksgiving, or they're here to peck your eyes out. Last night,
Revenge of the turkeys.
as soon as it got dark, 6 deer walked up our street.
No, you're missing the point about the deer, because these aren't even like the pretty deer that have soft eyes. These are like the mean teenage deer, because they're like that adolescent stage now. And so I'll try to go running at night, and they'll be standing in the middle of the road going, well, this is our turn. You're going to have to leave. And they'll start making that huffing noise. And you think deer are really sweet, right up to the point where they can actually charge you. And so I have to negotiate to get down my own street. No, this is like the hooligan deer.
You know what the deer thing...
These are the bad-natured James Dean hooligan deers.
I heard a story yesterday about this, and it's about Arby's. And Arby's in certain parts of the United States, Midwest, are offering venison burgers.
I've heard of a lot of fast food restaurants doing regional menus, but venison burgers?
And another place are doing elk. But let's go back to the venison.
Elk?
So they're doing venison, and I'm thinking to myself, how many dead deer are there? This is a national chain. This isn't like, oh, we've got a specialty at a little niche restaurant. They have mass-produced venison. And so where does one get that much venison? And why are there deer on my street? See what I mean?
You think they're hiding in rural neighborhoods to get
I
away
would.
from the Arby hunters?
Yeah.
Like they can just freeze in the yard like I'm an ornament. Like that?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because they got the beef. What's
And
his name?
apparently the venison,
What's
too.
his name? James Earl Jones.
I don't think James Earl Jones is the one who does that. It's someone who sounds like him.
He
though.
says we got the
we
beef.
have no. He says we have the meats or the meat.
Whatever.
They have the meats.
They
Whatever
do.
they do.
So tell me, I know you're all stupid about this movie and crazy. What's the deal
Oh
behind
no,
it?
it was so cute. No, they had the big world premiere of Thor Ragnarok this week down in Los Angeles. And Mark Ruffalo plays Hulk. He's pretty big into this. They
Here he
had
comes.
Chris Hemsworth there, who plays Thor, and Loki, who's played by Tom Hiddleston. But it's really cute. Mark Ruffalo was actually live streaming a lot of like the red carpet part of it for Variety magazine.
Well, that's
Except
him.
for Mark Ruffalo, if you have followed him at all, is the sweetest, nicest, slightly absent-mindedest actor, and he's just adorable. I mean, he always has these earnest emails he'll send you about the environment and protecting things, and he'll forward things on Twitter about things that matter, and he's wonderful, but he has a very short attention span, and apparently he stuck his phone in his coat pocket,
Yeah.
and he ended up accidentally live streaming half of this highly secret movie.
Just a part of it, probably not half, but a
No,
part of it.
it was actually about 45 minutes before he figured that his phone was still on. He's like, sorry, I didn't know.
No one else was. They're all happy.
Yeah, everybody else has got the press embargo, and Ruffalo's like, here's some of the movie.
Unless you don't
We
want
love you, honey.
spoilers, yeah. That would be
Everyone
great.
wants spoilers.
This,
Everyone.
Google, I've learned a lot from Google. Have you? I have. I've learned a lot of computer stuff. I learned how to fix my dishwasher. I learned how to fix my my car. I've learned how to fix my snowblower. I've learned how to fix my lawnmower. I've learned how to cook a bunch of different foods.
You've
and it's
learned the ukulele with that pretty girl.
I have. And it's so interesting. It's just, I always think that it was invented for me, because anytime you go, I wonder how, Google. I wonder if, Google. What goes good with, Google.
You know, this really is the gift of the internet when it's used properly. It's like there's nothing in
It's
this
right
world
there.
you cannot learn. There's nothing
It's
you
just
cannot
like
know.
Fact.
It is the
got
world's. It is
thanks.
the world's wisdom sitting there waiting for you. And this is the
is.
same thing. I've Googled how to a million different things.
Right. The incredible thing, I can't find the story. I'll just tell you the story. So this guy in Minnesota decided that he wanted some money, and he wanted,
And there wasn't a money store there.
and there wasn't a money store. And
Not
this,
like-
yeah.
yeah.
So basically, what he did is he went to Google, and he Googled how to rob a bank. And then he took that knowledge and he applied it. And he went to the bank, and he got away with, well, he didn't actually get away. They caught him, like within a block because he didn't Google how to get away with robbing a bank.
No, actually, you're missing something. He did get away. They didn't catch him within a block because he went home and he paid. And this is the sad part. He used the money on utilities, rent, and then of course the drug binge. And they actually tracked him from the credit union. And then some of the basic big win here was that they just went on his computer and how to rob a bank.
Kind of
there.
wrapped it up for him.
Yeah, so he got booked Tuesday.
100,000 bail. Not gonna make it.
I was almost on his side for the rent and utilities, right up to the point where he blew the rest on a big drug binge. It's like, really? Really? We were doing so well there.
That one's interesting. I don't understand. A lot of times if you get in a pinch and all of a sudden you have no money, there's certain things that you might do.
This is pretty funny. Well, this is kind of a moron. Let's just say Barry Clapperton got pretty drunk at his local pub. People knew who he was, and it wasn't like it's like, hey, Barry.
Pennsylvania.
And as he was, trying to walk out of the pub, they'd be like, Barry, you haven't paid your tab.
Gotta go.
Apparently another time he
There's
also.
a horse out here.
Another time he attempted to go, I gotta go out and smoke. They're like, Barry, you gotta
Gonna
pay
go
your
out
tab.
and smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back.
Well, apparently they had a problem here, and Barry wasn't paying his tab. And then, of course, bigger things happened. Much more
Right,
serious
right.
things happened that were much more important.
How much more important than paying his bar
A
tab?
bomb threat was called
Oh
in
no.
for the pub.
Oh, gosh.
So you know that the police are going to come in and go, get out, everyone, get out of the pub.
Don't
run for your lives.
Don't pay your bar tab.
Just run. And as you could imagine,
Yeah.
they traced the phone call
Back
back to
to
his cell phone
Yeah.
and arrested Barry. He tried to run, but if police were able to
Catch
stop
him.
him with a stun gun,
Yeah.
they really were kind of letting him run for a minute. Just let him get about half a block.
Just,
Just
yeah.
there. Okay,
We still
1, 2,
got it.
right there.
Right.
Because at that point,
Give him some volts.
every one of us would probably have done it.
All right, so coming up, you've got to love Michael Jordan. There's lots of reasons
You
to love.
must love Michael Jordan. You
Right.
have no choice.
You have no choice?
You have no choice. You will love Michael Jordan.
It's coming up next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com?
So, Jeff, you do mortgages, right?
I do.
How do you do?
Well, you go to our website, 4minutemortgage.com, fill out the application. We'll call you within 1 business day. The whole thing takes about a month, start to finish.
We went to the bank
They got really personal.
and went through all of our personal records and all of our finances.
And then there was that little deal about the $8,000 closing costs.
Took like 4 months.
That's funny. That's funny.
All
I
right.
don't think he was very sympathetic to our tale of woe from the bank at all.
All right, so I already like Michael Jordan. Why should I like him more?
Now you must love him. This is really
Everyone
cool.
does love him.
Okay, he owns the Hornets, right? North Carolina. Well, he just announced that he's donating $7 million to launch 2 medical clinics in the troubled Charlotte communities. This is the largest gift ever from Michael Jordan and one of the largest gifts ever from the NBA. As a matter of fact, I think it is the largest gift. And after he had gone through all of the news and all of the problems
Right.
of what they'd seen in the crime rates and some of the issues with the kids and how it had translated into higher crime rates because of the lack of accessible health care and all the
Right,
things. And
right.
so he went, all right, the simplest thing I can do is, he says, where can I start at the roots and see if I can stop it before it gets worse.
Okay.
And so he's funding these 2 massive medical centers. This is free and affordable care, sliding scale, and it's everything for kids from psychological help to dental to emotional to physical.
Right.
And I think it's the fact that I think it was so well planned out.
Thought out.
Because they did some studies from Harvard where they found poor children in Charlotte have the worst odds of any kid in a big U.S. city to lift themselves out of poverty.
Wow.
the least chance in that community. And he went, this is where I've got to start.
That is so cool.
Right? And he was so smart about it. It's not like, here's some of my money because I have a ton of it. He thought it out, and he wanted to do like the best thing.
And he asked experts what was needed on the street, and that's what he supplied.
Isn't that amazing? So now you must love Michael Jordan. You have
we
no
already
choice.
do. All right.
All right, let's go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by Think and McGregor. If you go to think-mcgregor.com, you will find that mortgages are indeed made simple and that there's a million different options for you. It's also brought to you by Liberate a Man. You can free yourself from adult addiction with a unique treatment program. Just go to liberateaman.com. And also by Black Diamond Experts, experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air. Also 24-hour service because there's always some kind of an emergency. And this is the time of year that they get a lot of calls to service furnaces. They are there for you. BlackDiamondExpert.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on?
Good morning, Todd and Erin. Hello again, everyone. Here's what's making national and world news Friday, October 13th on GephartDaily.com. An American woman, her Canadian husband, and their 3 children born in captivity were released by insurgents in Pakistan linked to the Taliban. Caitlin Coleman and Joshua Boyle were kidnapped 5 years ago while traveling in Afghanistan and had been held by the Haqqani network ever since. Coleman was pregnant while abducted, and the couple had all 3 of their children while in captivity. A suburban Buffalo town has passed a law that will put parents in jail if their child repeatedly bullies others. The Common Council in North Tonawanda passed an anti-bullying ordinance that will jail parents for up to 15 days and subject them to a $250 fine if their child is believed to have bullied another more than once. Authorities, including the school superintendent and the mayor, are all in favor of jailing a parent if their child is a repeat bully. And if you're thinking of robbing a bank, don't be like this guy. Authorities in Florida said a man arrested on a bank robbery charge told deputies he did a Google search for how to rob a bank prior to the incident. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office said an undisclosed amount of cash was taken from the Achiever Credit Union in Largo on October 5th. The suspect was identified as William Joe Johnson, 26, who was arrested Monday. That's it for now. For more headlines from across the country and around the world, go to GephartDaily.com.
How many cabin types are there?
There's so many selections. You have an inside cabin, no windows, no doors. Then there is an ocean view cabin, which will have a picture window, usually about 3 feet by 2 feet, something like that.
Right.
And then there's a balcony cabin where the outside wall is floor to ceiling, sliding glass doors with a private veranda or balcony.
That's what we
I like
had.
that.
And then there's Larry's special, the penthouse or suites. I say, if the budget allows it, always go for the balcony. But there are some cruises where I think a balcony is more important than other cruises. An example, if you have days at sea, more than just one day at sea, it is so nice to have that view of the ocean and sitting out. So, Alaska. Now you say, I'm not going to be spending a lot of time on my balcony in Alaska.
Right.
True. But it is sensory overload because every day you're seeing God's creations out there.
Right.
I highly recommend a balcony for Alaska. Now, there are other cruises that are port intensive, where you're in a port every day. You get in at 8 o'clock in the morning. You may not leave till late at night. A balcony is not as critical then.
Point number 2, I always want to ask this because my mother is finally at the point where I can't make her walk across an entire ship just to get to the spa anymore.
Well, that's the second consideration, is the location of your cabin. Many of these ships will have 14 decks, and some of the larger ships are over 1,000 feet in length. Now, am I likely to be going to the spa, to the gym, to the library, to the pool, the sun deck? It's nice to be relatively close.
So what's point number 3? Because so far this has been pretty
This is just for you. It's cabin amenities. Some have butlers or concierge.
I want a butler.
So when you're picking your perfect cruise cabin, the type and the size or the square footage of the cabin. Inside, ocean view, balcony, or suite. Second is the location on the ship. third is what amenities. Some cabins, even balconies, will have free this and free that
I
that
did not
come
know
with
these
it.
things were
That's
available.
where Columbus Travel can help you sort out what is the perfect cruise cabin. And you can go to our website at columbusvacations.com, columbusvacations.com, or give us a call in Bountiful at 800-373-3328. That's 800-373-3328.
So
Oh, right, of
who
course.
Who got kicked off Twitter?
Rose McGowan. She was
I
one
don't
of the
know who she
people who
is.
she was one of the people who came out against Harvey Weinstein, who actually was brave enough to use her name.
Show me a picture.
And she would, yeah, she's really pretty. And
I don't know her.
They just threw her off, even though they're still keeping the Ku Klux Klan guys on, because they said that her statements were too, quote, vehement.
Who is that? I don't know.
No, it's Rose McGowan. You totally know
She
her.
looks totally different.
No, she was in Grindhouse. She did a lot of Quentin Tarantino.
I don't watch those movies.
She had the machine gun for a leg.
Oh, she's hot. I love her.
They have since put her account
I mean,
back,
I
but-
meant hot in a respectful fashion because she was wearing a cat suit in the movie and had a machine gun leg. It's art.
I don't know how you can not love a machine gun leg.
No, I like
Right?
her. I like her a lot.
She's a lot of fun. She's
She
very
seems
courageous.
like a lot of fun. They kicked her off Twitter then, huh?
Yeah, they said that the people responding back to her tweets were vehement or too vehement
Right.
in their response, and I'm thinking I've read a lot of stuff like from the Ku Klux Klan guys and the Aryan Nation guys that
Right.
would seem to have been scarier.
What
but
happens when they kick you off?
you just go in Twitter jail for 12 hours and then they reevaluate your position.
They just put you back on in 12 hours?
If you get out of Twitter jail, yeah.
Right.
But then if you violate their strange guidelines, they're
So what
really short.
what the
then you
hell
go-
is up with Trump?
Yeah, that's what I was questioning. I'm like, if you're looking for vehement, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So,
Although, while we're
criminals.
this one is really bad. Wayne County
Ohio.
deputies executing a traffic stop. I'll use all the letters this
Right.
time. We're surprised to find the two men inside the car were both registered sex offenders.
Okay, it
A, not
happens.
good.
Happens.
B, one of them was dressed in a homemade police uniform with a duty belt, including handcuffs and pepper spray. That's not good.
Wait. I'm examining the shirt.
It says police on it, so you know it's got to
That's
be
'cause
for
he's
real.
police, right?
Right?
He's
I
got
know.
a badge. They got it at Zoochers.
Wayne County Sheriff's Office Captain Doug Hunter said, certainly anytime you pull someone over and they're wearing a badge and have the word police across
Police.
the front,
Right.
that's going to cause additional questions on behalf of any officer conducting that stop.
You know what they missed?
What?
Well, if the kid was wearing an orange prison jumpsuit, would have made a lot more sense transporting a criminal
Yeah, but they don't usually do it in a Chevy Nova. So that's one of the problems.
undercover.
But this is where it got really entertaining for me because they split the two up to question them. And Eric Brubaker said, well, I'm a security guard. I got to get to work. And then later went, no, I got fired when they found out that I was a sex offender. And then the Caleb, the kid who's wearing the police shirt, was also cheerfully volunteered that they were on their way to confront a woman who was a witness in another assault case. And they were going to pepper spray her and scare her into not testifying.
Well done.
I'm not sure he got the handbook on you don't talk about your anyway. The funny though, and so the police were like, have you stopped anyone? Have you guys been anywhere impersonating? Because that's a
right.
big deal.
Yeah, it is a huge
Impersonating a police officer is probably the scariest thing I can imagine.
Right.
Because we teach all of our kids,
obey.
this is who you trust.
To obey,
This
right.
is who you trust. You go to this person. But they said the only place they had been is they stopped by Burger King, and the guy in the drive-through window said, your shirt's totally fake, man. It's bad enough to be a sex offender, but when you are a badly presented sex offender who is under disguise so pitiful that even the Burger King drive-thru guy is laughing at you,
Oh my gosh.
maybe it's time to go back to like
You're being dissed.
vocational school, your mother's basement,
Something.
Antarctica.
All right.
Yeah, something like that.
I know you turned to this show to find out hard-hitting news. Coming up next, I'm going to tell you why people in Switzerland are pooping gold.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com.
You're spluttering. I haven't heard you splutter forever.
I'm just trying to figure this out. $2 million worth of gold is flushed away in Swiss sewers each year. Go over
$2
that
million
again.
worth of gold.
Is flushed
Explain.
through sewer system in Switzerland each year. Take a look. Doesn't actually look like that.
You've got to, but this is what they found. They
No,
found
that's,
chunks that
that's
size.
not it. That's just gold. This is where they found it. They've a lot of trace elements are increasingly used for high tech and medical.
Rare earth elements.
They have those too.
They're incredibly valuable, and they're becoming smaller and smaller because they use it in all the technology.
So for some reason, some idiot dressed up in a suit and went into the sewer where they refine it, and there's a sludge, and they sampled it, and that's what they found. They found there's huge trace elements of all these different rare earths, and with gold and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, it kicked up last year because there was a watchmaking industry that had created itself, and that those things were being put down the drain as well.
Scientists determined that it's not worthwhile to recover the trace amounts of the elements outside of exceptional cases. It's $2 million worth of gold. That would seem to me to be worth it.
Scientists, and I'll tell you when to stop. Go ahead, read that.
Scientists determined it is not worthwhile to recover the trace elements.
Go, stop. And they're telling this to the guy covered with poop who already went down there.
If I can get $2 million worth of precious metal in 1 year, I will put the suit on. I don't care.
Well, it's not like you go down with a spaghetti sieve.
I will wade waist deep in poo if I
strainer.
could pull out $2 million worth of gold. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Wow. Well, you just shower before you come in the house.
Even Switzerland's rich people's poop is richer than us.
That's crazy. And that happens in the United States, anytime there's a manufacturing, gig, there's those kind of metals, and that's, as a matter of fact, when people recycle stuff, that they kind of target that, and some of the people are trying to make that worth their while.
Rare earth elements.
Yes.
Okay, this is kind of cool. I love this. You may have seen people running up and down downtown Salt Lake City on Wednesday. It was Pedal It Forward Day.
What's that?
Oh, I love this. The Florist Association, the National Florist Association, thought, what could we do that would be like a cool thing that's like spontaneous and really cool? So what they decided to do.
Hello. Why did that guy ignore?
At first.
What?
Here's the funny thing.
Oh.
People didn't realize that they were for free, and they were thinking, "Oh, you guys are just talking something," or, I don't believe it.
Free.
And look and he goes, "I'm a window cleaner. What are you giving me flowers for?"
Because you're a guy and a nice guy.
But look at those faces.
Now they stopped him.
But look at the smiles. How
They
sweet
figured out
that
how to
is.
do it right.
Uh-huh.
That's darling. Look at that.
Isn't that awesome?
That's cool.
Hey, who needs it more? Look at those faces.
Look at that. Oh, and they're holding hands.
But every single person is smiling.
Yeah, those first people, though, were mean.
It's not, but you know what? I probably would have done the same thing, because people walking up to me, putting things in my face, I assuming you're selling something. And you're right, they figured out how to do their approach.
What would be your first line?
This is a free gift for you because it's Pedal It Forward Day.
Okay.
We just wanted to say we love you, something like that.
There's money hidden inside.
Because we have done that many times where we've had to go out and we've had to offer free things to people, like Donut Day or whatever.
And people are like, what? What's up with that?
But it's true. We're all conditioned to go, what do you want for it? But every single one of those people had a smile. I thought that was incredibly endearing.
Yeah, finally. The first people really bothered me, though. All right.
God, just
on this
relax.
next thing, do not show the picture until. I have a problem.
You're going to build this up, aren't you?
I have a problem, and I think it's been rather evident in this last 2 weeks, is the fact that I have a certain fascination, and I don't know where it developed. But
you become animated in a way I have not witnessed in my 20 years of marriage to you, which I find troubling. But you get incredibly excited when you see these.
You never seen that before? So anyway.
On things like catching a fish or being in love with me, but not for this particular subject, I was mildly surprised.
I don't know when this started. A couple days ago, we did the story about a man who grew a squash. He grew a squash. 2,164 pounds.
It was a ton of squash.
And then he also grew the longest gourd, and it was like 26 inches. That's a long gourd. Very popular. This gentleman now, I'm about to show you this picture, and I want you to witness the incredible awesomeness of a 22-pound, 0.44-pound carrot. Look.
Really?
Stare into its eyes. Carrots.
It's a carrot.
That's not just a carrot. That's a carrot.
That's a creepy,
That's a carrot.
alien-esque
Holy crap. That's a
amalgamation
carrot.
of vegetable matter.
It's just a carrot. Why does this thrill me so?
Why do you get so excited about the big vegetables?
I don't know.
I mean, it's this issue with you, and I don't fully understand it, but you're so thrilled with
I
it.
think it started in Alaska. In Alaska, they grow
The unnaturally
cabbages.
large,
They
yeah.
have 24 hours of sun, so they can grow cabbages like this big. And I always went, well, that's pretty good, but I wonder what a big squash would look like. And then we saw it last week, and I was like, wow. And now a carrot.
You might be getting just a little too invested in these stories, honey.
Maybe I'm going vegan.
Unlikely.
You're probably correct.
Unlikely. And then, of course, if the biggest effing carrot ever wasn't something to capture Todd's excitement. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present to you.
What?
You have the story.
All right, I will. This is going on in Japan. In Japan, and they have a big festival. I know where it is. It's right here. I won't even look. It happens in Japan, and it is a festival, and they do it in the fall. And it is to honor the rice and the harvesting thereof. And it's the autumn festival. Now, what they've done is at the end of the festival, they have started to incorporate something that they use recycled rice straw.
It's at the Uaskagita Park. It's the Wara
she
Art
said.
Festival.
Look at what they make out of this straw.
It's really cool, though. The farmers are reluctant to let the materials go to waste, so all of the hay used for sculptures is made from recycled rice straw.
Rice straws, right.
And look at the...
Look at
how
they actually
amazing those
so they
are.
build a structure out of wood and then they cover it with a straw like a thatched roof. How fun is
amazing
that?
is.
Ooh, you know what he needs?
Wow.
He needs a big carrot. Right in his,
See,
right in
that's
his
what-
hand.
If we could just get the big squash and the big carrot, it
They
would
would
be
have given
true
him
love.
one, but it's a family event.
Wow, look at that.
See, isn't that cool?
And these are, I mean,
You
these
could
are,
put a big carrot right in his mouth.
I mean, these are 20 and 30 feet high. I mean, 30 feet long.
Yeah.
And, 15 feet, 20 feet high. I mean, they're not tiny, tiny sculptures.
And you wonder why I'm excited about agriculture, my friends. Open your minds, broaden your horizons.
Learn to love straw.
I will now. Gosh, we saw this at the beginning of the show, and once again,
I
gotta
did
say,
not know this limber little
BYU
monkey could do this. This is amazing.
I so hope you win. I'm not even a BYU fan, but I hope you win. 1 in 5 is such a hard spot to be in, and you've got what, Mississippi? So just do your
Maybe
best.
somebody there will break a leg or have a horrible industrial
we're
accident.
still behind you.
I mean
'cause
Mississippi, not you.
You're from Utah. And
We
so,
are, totally.
So we are. So the big star right now of the team is the dancing guy, Cosmo.
Their mascot.
He has become international. He did something like this last year.
He's got joints that are made of like rubber cement. I mean, really.
And he's dancing with the women, and he's making
go,
it
boy.
go. You guys have a great weekend, and you
These
could
are-
put a big carrot right in his mouth.
I mean, these are 20 and 30 feet high. I mean, 30 feet long.
Yeah.
And, 15 feet, 20 feet high. I mean, they're not tiny, tiny sculptures.
And you wonder why I'm excited about agriculture, my friends. Open your minds, broaden your horizons.
Learn to love straw.
I will now. Gosh, we saw this at the beginning of the show, and once again,
I
gotta
did
say,
not know this limber little monkey could do this. This is amazing.
I so hope you win. I'm not even a BYU fan, but I hope you win. 1 in 5 is such a hard spot to be in, and you've got what, Mississippi? So just do your
Maybe
best.
somebody there will break a leg or have a horrible industrial accident.
We're still behind you.
I mean
'cause
Mississippi, not you.
You're from Utah. And
We
so,
are, totally.
So we are. So the big star right now of the team is the dancing guy, Cosmo.
Their mascot.
He has become international. He did something like this last year.
He's got joints that are made of like rubber cement. I mean, really.
And he's dancing with the women, and he's making
go,
it go.
boy.
You guys have a great